G'day everyone. Today I'm at Goulburn Railway Station because I am heading to Goulburn, which is in, I guess, southern New South Wales on the main South Line. So that's the line that runs between Melbourne and Sydney. Now, Goulburn, where I am at the moment, is about 50 kilometres outside of Albury on the way to Wagga Wagga. Now, why am I here? I'm going to Streamliners. Now, that's a whole video that will be on its own, which is an event that last happened in 2016, and it's basically just a big meeting of Streamliner locomotives. But that's, for another video. Today is all about me going from Melbourne to Goulburn via Wagga Wagga and Junee and Cootamundra, which is not the normal way you would drive to Goulburn. You would normally go the other way through Holbrook. It's a bit more direct, but, you know, me being me, I thought I'd make a day of it. So I left Melbourne at like 5:30 this morning, and it's now, I think it's a bit before 9. And this is the first stop because I kind of wanted to start the vlog over the border once I got past Albury. And just before Albury, SCT has a loading facility at Barnawatha. And I noticed that the SCT was loading there, and it had finished loading and it was moving. So I tried to get in front of it as quickly as I could, which out here isn't the easiest, mainly because this isn't a freeway, it's a highway, and it's only 100 kilometres, whereas the freight trains can run at, I think, 110 or 115. So I'm here, I'm going to go up the road a bit and hopefully get a shot of it. But before that, I went around for a bit and had a look around Goulburn. I'm really sorry if I mispronounced. I know I mispronounced it in the model railway video where it featured in a little while ago, but interesting little town. They've got a station master's residence that's been, I guess, restored, and there's a railway carriage there, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, I guess the whole purpose of this video will be me going from A to B and everything I see in between. So I'm going to stop at a bunch of towns, see what railway remnants are around, and hopefully catch some trains in between, and hopefully some services that I normally wouldn't see, especially in Melbourne. So anyway, let's go down the road and let's go catch this SCT. The first service of the day. So this service was SCT's intermodal freight train 4MB9, headed by SCT locomotive 003 and SCT 015. Alright, so it's nearly 11:30 in the afternoon and I'm well into New South Wales. I've come through Wagga Wagga and everything like that. Now, I did manage to catch a couple of trains. There was a CM and Black Caviar, a couple of interesting locomotives sitting at the Rock. Now, they were loading grain, or they looked like they were loading, but it didn't look like they were going anywhere. So I kept moving. On the way through to Wagga Wagga, I did see NR16. Stopped on the side of it wasn't stopped on the side of the road, but it was just stopped, and there was some crews around, but it didn't look like it wasn't online. That was just outside of Quinty. So then, went to Wagga Wagga, gone through Wagga, and now I'm just outside of Junee. Now, I got the steel train coming, going towards Melbourne, which snuck up on me. I did not know that was going to come. This is Cube's steel service for WM7 with locomotives QL11, QL3 and CF4408. But as well as that, I did pass the SSR grain rake, which is a crowd favourite. It has, looks like it's got one of the CLs on it. It's got C501. It's got an 80. I actually didn't really write down the numbers, but I've gone down the road and hopefully it's not too far behind me. So that's a good catch. It's got some Streamliners on it, which is fitting for the weekend. Just outside of Junee. Gonna wait for this thing to come through. This is SSR's grain service 5MC5, headed by CLF1, 44223, C501 and CLF2. Right, so it's now about 12:15 and it's been a pretty exciting morning. I've just been into Junee to chase the SSR, which we got just before here, which is at Hadfield. And then, got it at Junee, where it's going around towards Griffith. I then saw that this, which is the Hadfield shuttle, was about to leave. So once I got that, I came back around the other way. I've beaten it here. So it's kind of a unique one. They use whatever locomotives they have at their disposal. So today it was a 44 and an 80 class, both Alco locomotives. Fantastic little thing to see. Something, well, we don't get 44s in Victoria. So another Streamliner, even though this thing isn't going to Streamliners. And it looks like there's a bunch of them sitting up at Junee. Now, Junee, railway town, is somewhere where I'll be going over this weekend, which once again, it'll have a standalone video. So, of course, the usual spiel, be subscribed so you don't miss out on that video, because they're having their 75th anniversary of the Roundhouse opening. So I'm going to go to that. But yeah, like I said, standalone video. So pretty good morning. It's now the afternoon. I'm going to get some lunch, check all the Facebook trackers and things like that, and see if anyone's got anything coming out of Sydney or from Melbourne, and we'll see how the afternoon goes. But so far, awesome. So behind me here is Bethungra Spiral. Now, Bethungra Spiral exists so that trains that are heading towards Cootamundra or Sydney and beyond can get up the hill. Now, trains notoriously cannot climb hills very well, especially very steep grades, without potential help from things like banker locomotives or, in extreme cases, cog railways. But this is the main artery or main line between Melbourne and Sydney, so it's got a high traffic volume. And, well, the easiest way to get around that was that this track, when it's heading towards Sydney, which is behind me here, goes up and around to the left, and it goes up and over and around the mountain, and then it goes out the other side. The other way, which we've just had an XPT come through going towards Melbourne, is pretty much just goes around and goes straight through, because they can go downhill a lot easier than they can go up. So that's where I am currently, which is just outside of Cootamundra. So I've got about an hour here. I've just got, like I said, the Melbourne-bound XPT come through, but it's running a little late, and apparently so is the Sydney-bound XPT. So I guess I'm going to kill a little bit of time here and wait for that, because I do want to get a shot of something using the spiral, because, well, I don't know when the next time I'll be out here is. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying the video so far. I know I certainly am enjoying making it. So, let's wait for another XPT. So I'm guessing it's the council built this, but there's a grouse lookout here just while I'm walking down to it. Now, while I walk down to the lookout here to watch the train go through, just over the back here, there was a derailment earlier, I think this year, where a train split, I believe, up on the top of the spiral here, and there's still a lot of there's some there's some wagons still up there and some containers, which was a nice little surprise. But anyway, we're going to head down to the lookout now to catch the XPT come across the top and then come out of the bottom of the spiral. So this is the lookout, and we're going to see the XPT come across here, and then it's going to come out down in the tunnel here to go on to Sydney. And then we will be off to Cootamundra to see what we can see there. Pretty good. Hello. Cool. So something I realised while I was editing this, I actually did just get that around the wrong way, as in the train comes from through the tunnel and then up and over the top. Here we see New South Wales Trainlink XPT, service number ST24, with units XP 2008 and XP 2015. All right, so I'm currently in Cootamundra and I just stopped in and took some photos of the yard. Some really interesting stuff out here. SSR have, I guess, a maintenance facility, storage facility here. So there were some things we don't normally see in there. I heard a train go through. Now, the line, this is a junction at Cootamundra. And yeah, I heard another one go through. I saw the tail of it. So now I'm stuck at the lights waiting for the traffic to clear. So I guess I'll come back to Cootamundra. Maybe later. So yeah, now I'm going to go and chase, I think it's a steel train, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Always something happening when you're out chasing. Nothing ever seems to go to plan, so onwards. This is Pacific National Service 4YN2, led by NR122, NR43, NR66, and LDP 007. So I'm currently in Harden, and that mixed train, it wasn't just steel, it had a bit of everything on it. I'm not actually sure the code of it, but I'm sure I've already posted what it is. I'm at Harden. I had to chase that thing. It has now started raining. It was a beautiful spring day all day until I got just outside of Cootamundra. Got stuck with roadworks, everything like that. So I've beaten it to here. I'm now going to get back in the car and try and beat it to Yass. So let's go.
Last podcast, which can be pretty
yeah. So it's now about 10 to 5 in the afternoon and I'm at Yass Junction. Yass is a turn off to Canberra if you want to go to the nation's capital. So I'm definitely in front of that last train. So I'm going to wait for it here, get a shot of it. Then I'm going to go into Yass Town. So this is Yass Junction. Yass Town, or the town of Yass, has an old railway station with a museum. It's not going to be open by the time I get there, but I thought I'd just go and show you what's there. I've not been there, and I figure, yeah, now's a better time than any just to go and drop in and see it. So I'm going to wait for this thing to come through. And please forgive me. I know the sun is behind me. I've at least tried to get on the right side of it. But, well, here we are. So let's get it going through Yass Junction, and then we'll go and have a look in Yass. So yeah, there you go. Yass's original railway station. The Yass Railway Museum. So I believe it's only open on a Sunday. Of course, check the website. I will leave a link for it in the description below. I will come back to when it's open, and of course I'll make a video on it. I just don't know when that will be. Pretty cool though. They've got the steam engine here, and they've got a X2000 or X200, which interesting little shunting locomotive. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so I guess we're nearly to Goulburn. I believe that there are a couple more trains that may be leaving Goulburn very soon or have left. So I'm going to head towards Goulburn now and hopefully head them off. And and then, well, that'll be almost it. Cool. Let's keep going. As 4YN2 heads towards Sydney, Hiding around the corner was Pacific National Service 4BM4 to Melbourne with NR113, AN3 and NR112. So I arrived here at Gunning with about 30 seconds to spare before that train just came through. As you come down or over the freeway, you can actually see quite a way in the distance, and I could see the train that we just got, or that we've been chasing, heading around the corner here at the station, and then I could see the other one coming. Quick setup. I have heard that there is, I think it's a cement train sitting behind it. So I'm going to hang out for that. Hopefully it gets here before the sun fades. It's now nearly 6 p.m. So this is a couple of days before daylight saving starts. So yeah, you know, we're going to be pushing it, but we should get it. I think it's got 3 CMs on it, which, yeah, should be a good way to round this out. So then once we finish from here, we'll jet over to Goulburn, which is I think about 50 kilometers from here. I'll check in and I'll wrap this video up with, well, what's next and what I'm going to get up to while I am in this part of the country. So we'll just wait for this thing to come and then we'll move on. Pretty good. Pretty good long day. Excellent day. CM 3301, 3316, 3313 and 3303 running a containerised freight train. Service 1311. Oh well, it wasn't cement. I was mistaken, but yeah, it was pretty good. He even put the bell on for a second there. It's always good when the drivers do that. Anyway, let's finally get to Goulburn, unless I get a message in between now and then, but let's see. All right, so I'm now in Goulburn and I'm all checked into my hotel. I'm staying at the Alpine Hotel. It's across the road from the railway station, but it's not that much you can see, and I really don't feel like staying up too late to go and watch trains go through Goulburn, maybe tomorrow night. So yeah, that was the trip. Nice long day, bit over 12 hours. Bit of fun though, got to see some cool stuff, got to see some things I wouldn't normally see. So I hope you all enjoyed coming along for the ride. Now, in terms of what's coming next, I'm up here for Streamliners. So there'll be a few videos come out. One will be on Streamliners, one will be on the Junee Roundhouse, one will be on the Lithgow Model Railway Club, and there might be a couple of other specials coming in there. So, of course, don't forget to be subscribed so you can keep up to date with those videos coming out. And of course, if you do want to support the channel and videos like this being produced, there is always Patreon as well. All of that and what I've talked about in this video will be in the comment or in the description below. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very shortly with another video. Hooroo!